Hello, everybody. Thanks for the questions and the inquiries about my battery-powered system. Everybody's been asking about the OMARS, and it's a lithium battery pack that's very small and affordable, and it will put out 80 watts AC pure sine wave, and this is it right here. You see, I used this past Saturday. You can see down here, there are 3 LEDs on there. 3 out of the 4 are still lit after doing a 5-hour event. And this powered my laptop to keep it going. My laptop was capable of doing in excess of 8 hours with this thing. Now, on the front here, I'll pull this flap open, and you will see that's where you will plug in your AC adapter for your computer. And then the switch, you turn it on, which it's already on. That's what we got. The other 2 slots there are USB, and they will provide 3 amps of USB. So it's a very versatile unit. What I did was I put this in the back of my ProX controller case and velcroed it in there. And as you can see the other video, if you pause that, where I show you that I still had one in there, but for the filming purposes of that video, I had this unit on the outside, laying on its side to show you, and I switched it on. The nice thing about this is I was 100% completely battery powered, and I was able to use the full-size controller. That one there, the OMR that I used for that one still has 4 LEDs on it after 5 hours of running the controller, because the controller is just MIDI. It's just sipping power. It's unbelievable. So I'm able to, I just have enough room in the back there that I actually could fit the 2 of them in there. And everything was pre-wired. That's why it was so fast. There was only 5 wires to hook up when I did the setup. I came and I set my little battery-powered amplifier / mixer down. I set down the controller, the ProX controller case, and I put the laptop in. It was already pre-wired. I just had to plug the USB in to the controller. Then I had to plug in a microphone input. Then I had 2 wires that went to the passive speakers, and I actually had sound in under 15 minutes easily. The thing that took the longest was doing the pop-up. But anyway, back to the OMARS, which is what you're all asking about. Be very, very, very careful. Everyone is going to have a different laptop. Mine happens to be, let me grab this here, is my power supply. Now, if you don't have the information on your power supply, make sure to look up, depending, you may have, let's say, a gaming controller or something, or a gaming computer. Make sure that you're not going to draw more than 80 watts. These OMARS work fantastic as long as you stay within the limits of the power pack. I know that the Asus 17-inch screen draws 65 watts, so I was well within the limits, and it worked flawlessly. You can find this on Amazon. I will provide a link for it down below this video, and just stay within the limits. This thing works fantastic. It works so good for me this season that I went out and bought 2, because I used it the first time. It was a challenging season. 9 out of 13 weeks this year it rained in New Jersey. And one of the events that I went to, they were still having it in the rain in a large pavilion. The power was knocked out and the piano was not locked. So I got to be the hero. They were very disappointed, but I said, no problem, I have a battery backup. So that's what I did, and I only had 1 OMARS. But I had the DJ to Go 2, which is just USB into the laptop, and that got me through the hump. And you know what? For what it is, it worked well enough to get me through that gig, and they were very happy with it. But then I thought, wow, what if I could control or power my controller? And you know what? I bought another one. I first tested it, and I bought a second one because the test I did on it, I I started mixing in the morning and mixed for about 4 hours, and I still had four blue lights left on the Omers, four. So I said, well, okay, I'll put it on autoplay and go about my normal day, and running out, and I was doing some welding on some brackets and shopping, and typical life. And 12 hours later, I came back and I still had four blue lights. So I just said, you know what? Enough sense taking it to the limit. I'd be here for days. So I called it good, and I bought a second Omar's, and that's how I'm able to go completely battery operated. So in other words, if you have battery operated, battery powered speakers already, which there's some really fantastic offerings out there that you could use, and you want to power your laptop, you'll need one for that, and then one to power your controller, and you're golden. You will have a very fast setup and still be able to have a full featured controller, but still carry that DJ to Go 2 as a backup. You never know. Practice and enjoy, everybody.